Nestled in the heart of a pleasant valley, the village of Vals has been exploiting a hot water spring since the last century. The Valser Wasser, bottled by this factory, is sold throughout the country. In the 1960s, a German property developer built a hotel complex with 270 rooms spread between 5 buildings. He even planned to build an airport. Instead, he went bankrupt. In 1986, the village bought up the hotels and decided to build a hydrotherapy center to attract a new clientele. The members of the commission nominated by the village to oversee the new To avoid spoiling the view of the guests in the main hotel, the commission refused to allow the architect to build upwards. He responded to this imperative by sinking his building into the slope. The flat roof, covered with grass, makes the building blend in with the landscape. Only the geometrical pattern reveals its presence. The only facade of the spa facing the mountain is built in stone, gneiss from the local quarry, used for centuries now for the roofs of chalets in Vals. A crystalline stone that can be worked in thin slabs and stands up well to differences in temperature. The facade is interrupted by wide openings, windows and terraces. No doors. To enter the building, you have to use the main around 2 large, irregularly shaped pools, one in the center of the building, the other in the open air. With its high walls, the outer pool seems to be carved out of the mountain. Flat stones and benches just below the surface make it look like a natural pool, a pool fed by the hot spring. At 32 degrees centigrade, just like bases, reveals the construction style of the building as a whole. It's made up of 15 or so simple units, stone parallelepipeds. These units are all different. Each one has a large outcropping roof section. The overhanging concrete slab is held in the horizontal position by metal cables that carry the strain to the ground. The tie beams are invisible, cast in a second layer of concrete or held in concrete between 2 layers of stone in the unit walls. The roofs covering the whole developed site fit together like a puzzle, while the smaller units beneath them don't quite fill the whole surface area. The freed space allows for movement throughout the building. The units also form the facade. None of the roof sections touch each other. The pieces of the puzzle are separated by 8-centimeter gaps. Glass joints protect the 60 kilometers of stone. Each bed of stone runs the length of the building at the same height. Each slab seems to have a different thickness. The order in which they are stacked could seem haphazard. This is merely an illusion. It's actually the arrangement of 3 elements of varying thickness, but whose total is always 15 centimeters. The permutations in the order of these elements are enough to create great visual variety without necessarily complicating construction. Peter Zumthor has created a vast symphony in stone, but the body of man marks out its time. Smaller than these huge cliffs, we are reassured by these thin layers of stone that we could grasp in our hands. Much more than an artistic effect, it's a staging effect, the staging of our position in the scale of the universe.